Alright, here we go. Here's my UFC 119 predictions for MMATORONTO.CA. This is my inaugural prediction video. So here we go. I'm just going to do the main card. I'm not going to really get into the undercard right now, but let's just start out with the main card here. So we got Melvin Guillard versus Jeremy Stephens. Man, this got fight tonight. Written all over it. Both these guys like to stand and strike. Melvin Guillard is now with the Greg Jackson camp, so I think he'll have a really good game plan and be able to go anywhere, wherever needed for this fight. It's a real tough call. I'm gonna go with Jeremy Stephens. He's been on a good run, and it's a pick'em fight. I mean, 50-50 there. So the next fight, Evan Dunham versus Sean Sherk. Now, Sean Sherk is, a little irrelevant pretty much in the 155 division now. Evan Dunham is a rising young gun. I think Sherk's going to pull this one out via decision. He's just going to wrestle Dunham a lot, stand up with some strikes there. That's just what I see. I think Sean Sherk will pull that one out, but it's not the end. For Evan Dunham, he's still got a long career ahead of him. Chris Lytle versus Matt Serra. Now, if you've seen the first fight, the Tough 4 finale, but ever since that fight, both these guys have drastically changed their fighting style, their intensity. Chris Lytle he has no regard for his own physical health. He don't care. He just wants to go out there and put on a good fight. Matt Serra too. I think he's a little down about that Matt Hughes fight, where he pretty much got blanketed by Hughes majority of that fight, and I think he's going to come out and they're going to fight on the feet, fight on the ground. It's going to be, I think, a pretty well-rounded match. I see Chris Lytle getting this one though. I really do. He's been way more active the past couple of years. Matt Serra hasn't had that many fights really. I mean, Frank Trigg, whatever. So yeah, I'm going to have to go with Chris Lytle via split decision or unanimous decision. Really good fight though. I think it'll be a very good fight. Then we got Ryan Bader versus Little Nog Nogueira. Ryan Bader's, he's undefeated. He's got great wrestling. He's got power in his hands. Very well-rounded fighter. We all know Little Nog. He's got a lot of tools in his pouch as well. But in the MMA world, sometimes what happens is things work out the way they're supposed to. Jason Brills was totally ripped off in the last fight with Little Nog. So I'm having a feeling that Bader's either going to knock Nogueira out or win via decision, because things usually have a way of fixing themselves in the MMA world, like I said. So I'm going for Bader in that one. Probably decision, I'd say. Or, tough call. Yeah, I'd say decision. I'm picking a lot of decisions here. Then we got Mirko Cro Cop versus Frankincense and Myrrh. Frank Mir. The only way Cro Cop is going to win this fight is if he comes out guns a-blazing from the minute that horn goes, from the minute the fight starts. That's the only way. Usually Frank Mir has lost fights is where he gets overwhelmed very quickly with a barrage of strikes. It's, history shown. But Cro Cop, he's still a very dangerous fighter. He's never landed that, head kick to knock anyone out in the UFC yet. But I just think he's lacking the killer instinct now. After his fight with Pat Barry, watching that, Pat broke his foot off one of the original kicks he threw. Pat dropped Cro Cop, I think it was two times, yeah. And because he was his idol, he didn't go in and finish Cro Cop off. I mean, he could have went in and finished him off both those times and won that fight. But I think Pat Barry was a little bit in awe of fighting his idol. Pat Barry's a great guy, great fighter, man. So I think Mir usually comes off a loss really well. Usually when he loses, he comes back with a vengeance his next fight. I think he's going to choke Cro Cop out, probably in the end of second round here. I think he's going to. I see Frank Mir by submission here. So that's about it. That's it for the main card. Leave comments, discuss picks, whatever you want to do, man. Take it easy.